charges against you. And by briefly, I mean you very briefly, you don't, besides indicating that you were suspended on the 25th September 2024 on bogus claims that you had sexually harassed a fellow officer, and you attach as JM35 a copy of that suspension letter, you do not deal with the content really of the charges, and I'm not inviting you to necessarily. I want you to make then just your brief concluding remarks about these so-called, what you call trumped up charges. You talk about where the process is, what the next step is, and what you understand has subsequently transpired. That you do from paragraph 113 at page 30.
Are you saying I must just conclude, I must just concentrate on page 31?
Yeah, we are now at page 30. We are now at page 30. Yes. I've said you have introduced your suspension letter, okay, and you have indicated that your suspension letter charges you with what you call bogus claims that you sexually harassed a fellow officer. Is that correct?
That is correct, Essie.
So I'm inviting you to deal with the contents of your statement from paragraph 113. And I highlight that besides telling us that you were suspended and you have given us the letter of suspension which reflects these charges, you don't engage with the charges any further in the statement. And I'm not inviting you to do so now. I just want you to deal with the contents of 113 to 115. You may read them, you may summarize what you have set out therein, whatever works best for you.
On page 30, laying of trumped up of charges against me, paragraph number 112, I was suspended on the 25th of September 2024 on bogus claims that I had sexually harassed a fellow officer. I attached Annexure MJ35, that was my charge sheet or the letter of suspension. The leading of evidence has concluded in this matter, and the heads of argument have been filed during October 2025. Arguments is set down for the 14th of November 2025. To my knowledge, my suspension and subsequent disciplinary prosecution was never approved by council, which appointed me. Since my suspension, various other employees have been suspended and have faced disciplinary proceedings instituted against them. Some have been dismissed. One thing in common these employees have is that they dare to challenge decision by or unduly favored Brigadier Mkhwanazi. In conclusion, the situation that has been permitted to develop in Ekurhuleni and within some units in EMPD, in particular, disconcerting and the demand immediate intervention. Rather than provide protection to the citizens of Ekurhuleni, some of the EMPD members have become a source of danger to these citizens. I trust that the Commission's recommendation will assist the EMPD in addressing some of the challenges I have highlighted in this statement. As you indicated it has to be on a high level. I need to do that, the high level, because immediately when I was placed on...
Apologies, may I understand what needs to be at a high level, Chief?
I wanted to highlight that immediately when I was placed on suspension,
yes,
my status of life and the risk which I am.
You may address yourself to the commissioners.
I do not know, seated here, SC, that would I have that opportunity to conclude.
I'm inviting you to. I just wanted to understand what it is you wanted to give a high-level comment on. But thank you.
SC and the Commission, I'm still an employee of the city of Ekurhuleni, being the Chief of Police. I have served this city for 42 years. I have created enemies, not only in Ekurhuleni, around the country, by arresting serious, hardened criminals. But immediately when I was suspended, my protection was taken away. Meanwhile, there is a report which I picked, and the relevant department have done risk assessment around my life. My protection was taken away, firearms were taken away. Without any protection currently. Meanwhile, I'm still the employee of the city. Whilst the employee who alleges sexual harassment has been given protection, being protected by the city, given officers, plus additionally outside security members. That security is even extended to even the family members. Some of these other employees who were targeted, whom I've mentioned here, in the case itself, they were not even considered for any security issues. Lastly, Commissioner, I'm not going...
Before you move on, should your focus not more be on your own security? I'm asking this because I'm not sure to what extent you are aware of the threat and risk assessment that was done, if it was done, in respect of the employee who has complained about sexual harassment against you.
I hear you very well, Commissioner, and I concur with you. I cannot preempt. I must look at my space. That is what I've addressed with regard to my security. Whilst there was a report which detailed my threat assessment, so all that protection was taken away from me.
There was something else you wanted to say. I'm sorry I interrupted you.
I think, Commissioners, I will stop at that because I don't want to talk about other people. I must talk about myself, my space, and the risk I'm subjected at, and my family. That is the space I'm concerned about, including my health status. I am at home for the past 12 months and 2 months, I think a year and 2 months. With these challenges I'm seated with, they impact very negatively to my health status and my family at large.
Thank you very much, Chief Mapayiye. I'm glad that you had the opportunity to explain to the commissioners your personal situation. Chair, that brings us to the conclusion of the testimony of Chief Mapayiye, unless there are questions that you...
Thank you, Ms. Solo.
Well, I think on the back of what you've just said now, perhaps it's appropriate to ask the question. As at the date of your suspension in 2024, was Brigadier Mkhwanazi still at work?
When my memory serves me well, Commissioners, he immediately took over as the acting chief of police.
And do you have any knowledge today, as you sit there, whether he is at work or on suspension?
All what I've learned, commissioners, immediately I think he acted as a chief of police. Later on, he acted as the head of community safety. Though I could pick that up, I'm not at work. He acted as the head of community safety, alternating between the two. Up until recently, when I saw on the national TV, when they were saying they're interviewing the acting chief of police, I think last month, acting chief of police, Kwanazi.
So as at the date of your suspension at least, he was not on suspension, notwithstanding these serious allegations against him?
That is correct, commissioners. He was not on suspension.
All right. And then just to go back to that last letter, your letter of suspension, maybe it is important, I thought, Ms. Sillo, as a starting point to place on record that the letter at page 3 thereof, I think it's marked 12, it indicates, for what it's worth, it indicates that it is signed by the acting city manager, Mr. Chididzi Tenga. You see that?
That is correct,
you
Commissioner.
that? Yeah, so it's not signed by Dr. Mashazi.
That is correct, Commissioner. I remember very well.
All right. And then go to page 1 of that same letter. In light of...
I apologize. Chief, please refer to your big file. Commissioner Baloyi is inviting you to... That is at page 228 of the big file.
It's JM 35?
Yes.
Very last document, Chief.
228. The last document in that file. Have you located it?
I've got it, SC.
Okay. Then Commissioner Baloyi would like to engage you on that letter.
All right. So at the very first page, and what I'm going to put to you arises from your statement, and you don't need to go there. I'll read it. It's a very short thing in your statement. At paragraph 114 of your statement, you say, to my knowledge, my suspension and subsequent disciplinary prosecution was never approved by council which appointed me. You remember you said that?
That is correct.
Okay. I just wanted you to point out at least something about council. In the first page of your letter of suspension, the very first paragraph, it says, on Friday, 13 September 2024, council resolved that such allegations be investigated by an independent investigator appointed by the city, and that a report be submitted to council within 30 days of such appointment. You see where I'm reading?
I know the letter you are reading.
Okay, all right. Did you ever get any knowledge whether a report was submitted to council within the 30 days of appointment of an investigator? Well, maybe let me ask first. Do you know that an investigator was appointed?
I know that a company was appointed to do that investigation.
Yes.
And I went to see this company because they called me and said they want to do an interview with me.
Yes.
When I arrived to that company, I was not comfortable to proceed with them. I'm not good.
Allow me to interrupt you, at least for this purpose. I don't want you to get into the detail of this matter. I just wanted to confirm that what is recorded in the first paragraph, where it says an independent investigator was appointed on the instruction of council or resolution, You are aware of that?
I'm aware of that,
Okay.
Commissioner.
And do you know whether a report was submitted to council after that investigation?
It might have been submitted, but at a later stage during my disciplinary proceeding, I requested, through my lawyer, we requested that report. It was never provided to us.
Okay. So your answer is you don't know whether it was submitted?
That is correct,
All right, thank
Commissioner.
you. Thank you, Chief. Thank you, Mr.
And if I may just then ask a follow-up question, and this is the absolute last. And it's because you referenced what you requested during the disciplinary process. And you say to Commissioner Baloyi that you requested specifically the report to council requested in the suspension letter. You just answered that. You say you requested for that report and it was not provided during the hearing, through your attorney, you said?
That is correct,
Okay.
Commissioner.
Now, did you ever, whether prior to or during the disciplinary process, request or were shown the council resolution to suspend you?
I never seen a council resolution which stated that I must be suspended.
Thank you.
We have requested it. It was never provided to us.
Thank you. Chair, this is, I guess, second time I say, unless there are further questions and none from my side, that brings us to the conclusion of the testimony of Chief Mapayiye.
Thank you.
Thank you, Chair.
Mr. Law. Chief Mapayiye, thank you very much.
Thank you very much,
Let us-
Commissioners.
Yes. Let us adjourn and resume at 2:30.
Thank you, Chair.